Professor Taneisha Stevenson, head of the Department of Physics in the Faculty of Science and Technology at the University of the West Indies, says the Caribbean has a high chance of not having sustainable rainfall by the year 2000 due to climate change. Gabrielle Thompson has the details.
The European delegation to Jamaica panel discussion covered the pressing issue of climate change and zeroed in on how it was affecting the Caribbean region. University of the West Indies Professor Taneisha Stevenson says Jamaica is already experiencing just the tip of the iceberg, which is the harsh reality of the shortage of rainfall, among other issues such as more natural disasters.
For us, water availability is crucial, water security, water quality. And so when we look at climate change projections, we use computer models to help us to understand what are the possible future outcomes on our climate. And what we notice is that rainfall, we have seen a drying trend likely to emerge as we approach the end of century, already emerging right now into the end of century. That has implications for water. We're seeing increased temperatures. So already, Archibald, we can speak to climate change that's already observed. Higher temperatures, more extreme temperatures, more intense hurricanes and more frequent hurricanes coming through our area.
Chief Executive Officer of the Jamaica Environment Trust, Dr. Teresa Rodriguez Moody, says it will be a domino effect with a myriad of sectors being affected.
The sectors that we're concerned about would be agriculture, tourism, forestry, water sector, but also health, right? And remember, water is one of those that it affects everything. And so any sector that depends on water quality, water availability is going to be impacted greatly.
She furthers that in an effort to protect the environment and assist with climate change, agriculture must take precedence, particularly in the post-pandemic era, where countries are meeting the food demand internally first and foremost.
Food security, that's something that we have to be concerned about. If we are not able to produce our own food, we are going to become reliant on imported food. And it's not just Jamaica that is experiencing these issues related to climate change. As Professor Stevenson said, all countries are being affected. And what we're seeing also at the global scale right now with the events occurring are that countries want to focus on their own market, to protect their own market and feed their own people before they export. And so this is a concern as we start to convert our lands to other things for tourism, for housing, that agricultural lands are being lost but are also being impacted by the lack of water, the increased temperatures and so forth.
Denton Alvaranga, a member of Morant and Crofts Farmers Group project, says agriculture, as in the name, plays a significant role in the country's culture, with almost 250,000 citizens being registered as farmers. He noted that farmers in the project are experiencing hardships.
Jamaica is an agricultural country, where 20% of its workforce is engaged in agriculture. Critical. And we have some 245,000 registered farmers in Jamaica. So I want us to look at it, at the devastating impact that climate change can have or is having on the farming sector. Now in Clarendon, North Central Clarendon there, the Morant Croftsville area, farmers are experiencing the effect of climate change.
The climate change policy framework for Jamaica is intended primarily to support the goals of Vision 2030 by reducing the risks posed by climate change to all of Jamaica's sectors and development goals.